Hello, guys, and welcome back to the podcast Chale Make Revive. And for today's conversation, it's one I've been looking forward to. We are diving into cybersecurity, personal growth, and the human side of it. Not just systems and password, but confidence, mindset, and navigating life in your 20s. Our guest today is Sister Pauline. So I'm gonna give you guys just a brief intro about Pauline. She's called Pauline Frimpoma Boache. She's a technology risk and control officer at the Stanbic Bank Ghana with a background in computer science, IT law, cybersecurity, data analytics, and project management. She focuses on safeguarding critical systems, strengthening compliance, and managing risks in an evolving digital world. Beyond the technical work, she's passionate about helping people feel confident using technology. For her, security isn't just about systems, it's about people. Pauline, welcome to Charlie. Make you vibe.
Thank you. Myself, I'm surprised. This long thing there. Are you sure it's me?
Me, the
Okay.
Pauline I know. This is the intro that I have for her. Or there's another one. Is there a copy? Is there a
Maybe
clone
because
somewhere?
hey, the things you're mentioning
One.
there, it's not small.
That's not when you're small girl, Abby.
Hey,
When you're
please.
small girl. I am a
Please, I
small girl.
beg. Hey, Shay. Naka, I'm just a little girl.
Massa. You see, wow, guys, you are fooling yourself. Hey, computer science students. But for fooling, hey, rather.
Hey, don't do that.
Ah, okay, let's get back to it. So, Pauline, I'm just going to ask you some few questions. So, first, I want you to take me back. How did you find your way into tech and specifically into cybersecurity? Was this always the direction for you?
Okay, so how I found myself in tech, no dear, a long story, but let me summarize it all.
You know, my
So,
son.
okay, so mostly like when I was in school from JHS, SHS till yeah, I'll say JHS and SHS. I just knew that I didn't like the biology part of science. I always liked the maths part because maths, if you know the formula, you're done. But it's better to do a whole lot of reading, and so like I just knew that that is not for me. It's not like I hate reading, but if I have options, it's not something that I would go for. Even though I still have to.
Sister Pauline saw from her father, Doctor dear, yeah, Doctor swear, let's go anything mad.
Oh.
Okay,
So that
continue.
was yeah, I knew that in fact, even though I still have to read these days to like get myself up to date and stuff like that, but at that time, yeah. So I just knew that I'm going to do like some engineering course or like a computer science course in the university. And so when I was choosing my courses, I chose like engineering courses and then I chose computer science as well. And when it
I
came when it came,
shucks.
please, I got the computer science at UCC and then I decided to pursue it. And that's just how I entered into tech. That's just how I started doing computer science. But for cybersecurity, we all know how I used to do a lot of internships back in school. So I did a software development internship with a software development company. I did, I think, one with another company that did more of networking. I did a number of them, but I went to another one that was solely a cybersecurity company and I saw how they do their things over there and it was so nice. And the most interesting thing, so I realized that like building systems are not like enough. You also like have to protect them because seeing that we are auditing or we are trying to implement some ISMS for a company that has so many built systems, like so many good systems in place, and then we still have to go in and ensure like, oh, so this is how you do things over here. So then I got to know that okay, even though you can have all these systems, there should be some protection for these systems. And that's just how I started getting interested in cybersecurity. And the more that like our lives are becoming more digital, right? The more vulnerable people are getting. And so it makes it like more interesting to delve into such a field. And so that's how come I made a decision that I want to get into cybersecurity. And even now, I'm still finding my path in cybersecurity. Like I know what I'm doing, but as time goes on, you meet new targets, you see new things, and then you become curious. You want to see more, you want to know more, and we are just diving like that. So that's just it.
That's nice. A very
Yeah.
curious soul. That's very nice. So, as he said, she started, went, she didn't find any school in the whole country. University of what? Competitive choice. I went to do computer science. That's nice. That's nice.
Please.
And as he said, you used to do a lot of internships before entering the workspace. And I just want to
Mm-hmm.
ask, what surprised you most when you actually got into the workspace? The one thing no one warned you about working or the job market in Ghana?
Okay. So, one thing that surprised me most. So, I would say that initially I thought like cybersecurity was mostly technical, like firewalls, hacking, networks, all of that. But like
Yeah.
what really, really, really surprised me was that the biggest risk we have in all of that, like is people. Sorry. Like what made me realize that the biggest risk we have in all of that is people. Because you can have the best systems in the world, but when one person clicks some wrong link or starts using maybe reusing passwords or oversharing and all of that, you see that it affects all these systems that you built up in a different type of way. And that's what really, really, really surprised me because hey, how is it that I'm able to put up all these systems and just the mistake that somebody has done is costing me so much? So that's just one that's just one thing that shocked me. And I think when I saw that, I was able to also I got curious, did more of learning on that part, and I think now I'm able to also play my part in that sense. Now I'm not surprised anymore since I know much about it. So
I
yeah.
see. So what you're trying to tell us is that we are now industry experts, industry
Please,
professional.
please, we are
It's no longer
starting.
entry.
No, we are starting.
Hey, you're no
We are
longer entry
starting.
role. You're an
I mean,
industry
I
expert.
started. I mean, I started with
because
Chrome having
because
culture.
because now you know that security's weakest link is the human aspect. The human factor
Yeah.
is the weakest link in any security.
Yeah.
That's very true. As I was giving you introduction, I came across a lot of different qualifications: computer science, IT law, data analytics, project management. So all this, what does that actually look like when you're sitting by your desk at Stomach Brand Ghana on a Monday morning? How does all this constitute to what you do at work?
Oh, so personally, I don't think they are like separate off. I think they are built on each other, right? And they all feed into the work that I do. So normally, okay, even before that, I think it is like an intersection of all of them. What I do now is an intersection of all of them. So when I'm working, when I'm in the office, or when I'm doing my day-to-day stuff, I don't switch between roles to say, okay, I'm being technical now. I'm doing like a project. This is the data. This is like we are mentioning in the qualifications, like you said. I believe that it all comes together in one flow. Okay. So when I'm looking at systems, like I'm asking where are the risks, what controls do we have in place? Are we actually compliant? And then even beyond that, I would also check whether the controls we put in place are effective, because a control is only effective if people actually understand it and they follow it. So I believe that everything I've studied helps me look at the same problem from different angles, like risk, compliance, systems, and people all at once. And I think at the end of the day, is everything is just about making sure that the systems that we rely on are secure, the risks are managed, and then the controls that we put in place are efficient and relatable. So yeah, that's how it looks.
I see. So the cyber, computer science, IT law, they are all gears to make your perfect engine run. But as you
Yeah.
were saying, how your work goes, so let me just break it down. So yeah, like you make sure when they are deploying a new server, a new tool, they meet all requirements, all security validations, and all that. Because I know when some programmers are deploying tools, they don't look at security; they just vibe code and
Yeah.
make it run. So yeah, like the noisy auntie in the office. Are you sure you are implementing this security feature? Did you you read the documentation I
Yeah.
sent you last night?
Yeah. Are we
Ah,
compliant? Are we putting
you
controls in place to make sure that we are safe?
technical
Yeah.
people don't
So
like they would not like to see an email from Pauline like Oba Behatre.
low key, oh, low key, low key.
Before we started, I liked how you phrased for this episode. The title was "Your Digital Life is a House, and Who Has the
Mhm.
Keys?" So, meaning we'll be diving deep into people's digital life, personal cybersecurity, and I
Mhm.
love it because it makes something abstract feels immediately real. So, walk us into that house. What are we actually talking about when we say your digital life is a house, and who has the keys?
Okay, so when we say your digital life is a house and then who has the keys, I feel like it literally means that right now our digital life or the internet is literally like where we are almost every time, right? Like when we are in our houses, we eat, we bath, we sleep, we do whatever. On the internet, we do a lot of things as well. And now it will shock you that people are mostly on the internet like more than 10 hours a day, right? Personally, sometimes cry you just think that, oh, let me scroll through TikTok for some few minutes. By the time you realize
12 a.m.
you've been on TikTok for a long time. And that's just how things are becoming now. We are digitally growing all over the world, in Ghana, everywhere. So things are being done on there. So as an individual, you have to also see that you play a role in that. You have a phone, you have devices that you use. Because your data is important to other people, they'll try to get in there. Like when you're in the house, you get thieves strategizing to come in there to steal your stuff and everything. The same way that we protect our houses, we clean them up, we make sure that everything is intact, everything is perfect. I believe that's the same way we have to treat the internet because, like we said, it is our home now. And then we need to make sure that we have the keys, we've locked it, and we've left it with the right people, or we've kept it well. Yes. Yes.
I like
So
that.
that's that's literally it. So we should know that the internet is our home. So we have to lock it, keep the key, or you have to lock it and even do biometric if that's even possible. So that we know that we are safe in there and nobody is going to come in and then take anything from us or take advantage of anything that we have in there. So yeah, basically that's it.
Okay, that's nice. That's also true. So with cybersecurity, we mostly see people talk about the technical side and aspects of it. I want us to also
Mhm.
go deep into the human side of cybersecurity. Like, why do you think most people genuinely don't take it seriously? Even now that we're in 2026, we've gone through Cybersecurity Awareness Month. You do
Mm.
awareness and all that, but you still realize people's cybersecurity posture personally is
Mhm.
still getting worse.
Yeah, I see. To be very honest, I believe that it's because nothing has happened to them yet. Sometimes it feels very, very, very far away. If it has not happened to you, you don't see the need to protect yourself against it. We have something that we say in tree that I don't know if the audience would understand. That's almost say unya about you say share. Now I sounds you
Oh
so dear.
yeah. So in
So
English,
yeah,
the
direct
translation would
translation.
basically
No,
be
if you see your neighbor's beard getting bent, you find water and then place it by yours. That's a direct translation. I don't know how they're going to say it in English.
they will
So
understand.
yeah, they should. So yeah, people, I think people are not taking it serious because nothing has happened to them yet. So people assume that they are fine until something actually goes wrong, and by then it's usually too late. So that is why we also have to keep on with the awareness and sensitizing people so that they start taking these things serious.
That's nice. And I think when it comes to also cybersecurity, like as you said, having secure systems, procedures, keeping your personal space secure and all that, people usually think it of this way: convenience versus security. Like even on
Mm.
people's browsers, they're like things signed in, saved passwords, one-click logins, all that stuff. People have them enabled on their browsers, saved password and all. Do you think we are quietly trading our safety for ease?
Yeah, I think we are doing that. I think we are. So we believe that it makes life easier, right? Because I don't have to stress and be typing passwords every time if I stay logged in. When I'm ready to use it, I just go and use it. And we just believe that, oh, it's way easier. But the problem is that it also lowers the barrier for someone else to get in, right? It's like leaving your key under the mat. It's convenient for you, oh, but it's also very convenient for anyone who knows where to look. Because if I'm leaving the house and I don't want to find anywhere to keep the key, or I don't even want to stress myself to carry it along and I leave it in under the mat, sorry. Anybody who comes around just lifts them up, sorry, the mat, they see the key under it, they are done. So like it's very convenient for us, but we should also note that it is also very, very, very convenient for the attacker or anybody who is targeting our account or anything. So yeah, I believe that we are trading the safety for convenience. We want soft life, easy life.
I mean, nobody wants hard life, soft life. Soft eye. So let's me also ask, what does your social media profile actually reveal about you, and why do attackers pay close attention to it? Because now we are in a world where TikTok is a very big thing. If you go to TikTok, I think if you are looking for somebody, first it used to be Instagram and Facebook, but now if you're looking for somebody and you have their contact, I think TikTok also merges with your contact, so you can find what a person does. And even Snapchat, people really post a lot of things like personal stuff, where they are, what they are doing. Some people even do mistakes and post what they are doing at work on their Snapchat. So what do you think? Like, why do attackers pay close attention to stuff like this?
Yeah, I actually think social media reveals more than we actually realize. It reveals a lot of things that we don't usually take note of. Things like your birthday, your location, your routines, your workdays, even some answers that we give to fan questions. And I'll give an example. So if let's say I go to work and then I usually go for lunch at 1 p.m. and every time when I'm going for lunch, I streak or I take a video of myself and post it on my site, say that, oh, I'm going for lunch. And the information I can pass on to the attacker. I can tell the attacker that, oh, anytime from 1 to 2 p.m., I'm not seated. So it's a good time for you to try to get into my machine, right? Or when I'm going out or when I'm in the house, I'm feeling all happy and all of that. Take videos of my house, of myself. Maybe I am stepping out and I want to vlog today. So I'm like, guys, I'm leaving the house. I'm all of that. I'm giving people information about where I live. And if anybody at any point in time, at anywhere, is planning to harm me or do anything to me, I'm making the person's work easier. Because at this point, all the person needs to know is that, oh, this is the route to Pauline's place. And so the person will just follow, view how my house looks on my site or wherever they are supposed to see it, and follow it and then come to my house. So some of these things, sometimes we don't even think about it like that. But the little and petty things that we do or we post tells a lot about us. And so we need to be very, 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 very intentional about that, because you might not know who is targeting you or who is timing you, who is strategizing to cause any harm or anything to you. So let's be careful with things that we put out there.
Audience, you heard from Pauline. She used about 10 varies in the sentence. Very, 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 very. So I'm like, please be very, 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 very careful about the things you post online as well. Okay, I want us to run through a quick tip segment. So what's
Okay.
one change every listener can make right now? Like they don't need a tech background, but that they can do to their life to help in their cybersecurity space, their personal cybersecurity. One change every listener
Oh,
can do.
one change? Okay, let me
If you
give
have
one simple one.
if you have more than one, two, you can give us like three.
Hey, please let me just give you one.
Okay, okay, give
Let me
us
just
one.
give you one. I'll just one very, very simple one. Right now, just turn on your two-factor authentication. Like right now. I don't know if you've realized the WhatsApp hackers. But it's becoming too much. I'm just there and somebody is asking me for money. And this person I know will never come to text me for money. Or like, how is happening? Then maybe I'll try to verify and I'll later find out that the person's account has been hacked. Hey, so if I didn't ask him, then I just went to send the money. Like my boka. And it's
You're
becoming
being a
rampant
good
these days.
yeah, but you're being a good Samaritan. The person is
That's that is not how I want to be a good Samaritan. That is not how I want to do that, please.
Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's
but the
becoming too
WhatsApp hack
much.
is becoming too much. I really don't know how
Yeah.
they go about it. It's really becoming too
So if
much.
you are listening to me right now, please turn on your two-factor authentication. Do it now. Just do it now. Just do it now. Let
Please.
me let me mention the steps to do that. Would I even
Okay, please
remember?
do.
So just go on WhatsApp and then click, okay, yeah, click on accounts. When you click, okay, so there's a settings tab. Yes, you click on the settings tab, you go to accounts, and then you see two-step verification. You turn it on and then follow the instructions. Please do that now. Don't wait and say I'll go and come. By the time you go and come, no, somebody has used you to
The
cash
fact
out.
you
Please.
please for my Android users, when you open WhatsApp, the three dots at the top corner, you click there, then you go to settings, then you click accounts, then you click your two step. Who if you say go for use your Android will come back. You iOS. I was just waiting whether you do Android as well. I just doing iOS. Whoa. Okay, like another quick tip. So, what's the single practice with the biggest long-term payoff for your digital life? Another quick tip.
So I'll just say building the habit of paying attention, right? And not like in a very like paranoid way or anything, but I think we should be more intentional about what we click, what we share, what we approve. Sometimes we actually just approve things really without thinking through it. And most of the issues that we encounter, they do not come as complicated stuff or like anything complex, right? They start in small moments, like everyday moments, like rushing through a prompt, you miss a detail, or like trusting something a little quickly because like it looks familiar, or trusting someone. These days, let me give an example. So my dad traveled one time and lost his phone, and then I think he got a phone and then was using it for the meantime. So I was just there, number texted me to say, hello, please, this is your dad, send me this person's number. I was like, hey, dad, Ben, we are straightforward son. It was so weird. So I was just like, hey, please, can I hear your voice? And then my dad sent a recording saying, hello, I could see I am you. I am like, wow. And from then, my dad is always teasing me about the thing. So sometimes I was calling me my cyber. I was like, oh, what day? He was just surprised about how I wanted to verify that it was him before I even started talking to him. And I think I did that to somebody recently. Oh, I think for Salma. Yeah. She wanted me to try something for her. She sent me a link to try something for her. Hey, please confirm if it's you before I take any action, or before somebody knows that I trust you and they come and use your phone to come and get me. And then she now explained to me, and then I knew that, oh, okay, I'm safe. That is when I now followed the instruction, because some of these things are not careful, you just miss it. And when we are aware,
Yeah.
over time, the awareness becomes like a second nature. Like you start to slow down just enough to notice things that you've missed before. Okay, so you question things a bit more, and then you easily catch what doesn't really feel right. And when that habit, more than any tool or system, is what would keep your system safe in the long run. If you don't have this habit, you would always be in trouble. To be very honest, you would always be in trouble. So we need to build a habit of paying attention to these details. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one also occurs to me sometimes when I'm using my phone. I get this request. I don't know which of the telcos, whether it's Telecel or MTN, but I get this
Mm,
request where they want me to subscribe to something where my
yeah.
airtime is going to be used and drained. So you'll be there,
Yeah.
realize you just buy airtime and you want to make a
It's
call, you're
gone.
out of airtime. Yes, you probably
So
subscribe to
annoying.
something. Especially when you're making even calls and you're like, press one to download this caller ringtone. They are all charges. If you just take your time when you're going through. Okay,
Yeah.
so I want us to
Yeah.
move to
Very
another
necessary.
section. Being a
Mhm.
lady and all, with the current influence in the tech space, where women in tech and all that, what has your experience actually been like as a woman in cybersecurity? And this one, I want the honest version, not the one you've been writing on LinkedIn every Monday for us.
To be very honest, this particular question is so dear to me. So, an honest experience as a woman in cybersecurity, I feel like it's rewarding. It feels nice. It's nice actually, but it's not always easy. So the moments sorry. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead,
Okay,
continue.
okay. So I believe that it's rewarding and it's nice. It's nice actually, but it's not always easy. There are moments where you feel like you have to prove yourself a little more, speak a little louder, or prepare a little harder just to be taken serious. And it gets tiring sometimes. Like sometimes I don't even know how to explain for you to understand. You have to prove yourself so much before people take you serious. Even though, anyways, it's tiring, but at the same time, I believe that those experiences they build resilience. Like they shape your confidence. Sorry, they shape your confidence in a deeper way. And so that is what like I look at, and then it pushes me to do more. But sometimes if you're not careful, you might you might give up because it's not all that easy. But it's actually nice. It feels nice. It's nice, yeah.
I see you're really enjoying your career in tech, even though there are ups
Yeah.
and downs, but you're
Yeah.
really enjoying it. That's the good thing about it. If you enjoy it, you'll be always able to move forward.
Yeah. Because the
Okay,
way the
so
work is going there, if you don't enjoy it here.
you always be regretting Monday mornings.
Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned moments where you were humiliated while working in a tech
Yeah.
space. I'd like to give you the space to share that if you are comfortable. So you just tell us what happened and how did it sit with you after.
So that issue happened some time ago, quite a long time. So we had to go for an outreach to encourage. We were going to like a girls' senior high school to speak to the ladies about tech, to encourage them to come to the computer science department. And on the way,
Okay.
something happened. We had an encounter with a security personnel. And we were having some kind of conversation. Like I was not part initially, it was the guy talking to him. And now it became intense. So I felt, oh, let me also try to add my voice and see how it will go. And the moment I opened my mouth, the man just flared up. He got so angry that there are lots of guys in there and me as a lady, I'm coming to talk. I was the only lady in their midst anyways. We're like seven guys and then I was the only lady. He didn't understand why I opened my mouth to try to have the conversation as well. And initially I thought I was joking, but he got so angry. He was so angry. He insulted me. He said, I don't respect and whatever. He said a lot of things. And I was the one going to speak at the program. That thing really hurt me. Like the whole day I was so down. When I got to the place, I had to do some small settings to be able to talk to them and then leave. But it affected me in some type of way. And it affected me also because at that moment I was there as a result of playing a role as a woman in tech. Okay. Because if I wasn't doing that, I wouldn't be there. And I just felt, oh wow, what's my crime? Like why am I being shouted at because I'm a woman and I'm in the midst of guys? But I didn't really understand that. But I think I found a way around it, and now when I even think about it, it's even funny. It's not it's not that serious anymore. Yeah, so that's what happened to me some time ago.
Wow, you're very strong because I know some people, even both genders, will not have been able to climb the stage. I mean, people
Yeah.
are already shy, stage fright, and then having to experience something that brings their spirit down whilst they are prepping to climb the stage and speak to people they don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, why
It
are they,
wasn't
why are
easy.
they, why are they, Bonsema, Bonsema,
Did
Bonsema.
you hear that?
Yeah, with the okay, so I was like, what thing for women just entering cybersecurity right now and maybe wondering if they belong, what would you actually want them to use?
They don't even need to feel like they don't belong. Actually, you don't need to know everything to even belong here. And I don't think nobody does anyways. I don't think there's anybody that knows everything. So it's just that's where you are. Ask questions, be curious, like take up space. Don't wait for permission to go into the room. No, just build up yourself gradually. Eventually you will get there. That's just how you start. That's how everybody starts, I think. So
Okay,
yeah.
one step at a time, you get to the top.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, what's one cybersecurity? Okay, we are going to go through this a rapid round, rapid fire. What's
Mm-hmm.
one cybersecurity habit you never skip?
Locking my devices always.
Hmm.
At any point in time, even at work, when I get up, no, I'm locking my desktop, my phone. I'm always.
Yeah, that's a
That's
good
just
habit. I think where I work, when you're an intern and you come fresh, you realize you don't lock their devices. So some of the times we play tricks and we create new users on your devices, change. If we're able to change your password, we will change your password on your
Hey,
device. And when you come, we'll let yes,
oh,
if we keep telling you lock your device, it's part of the policies. You know. You yourself, you've been
yeah,
writing those
actually.
policies to index. So when you come and you're not doing it, those are things you have to learn.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
enforce them. Okay. What's one thing you wish more people understood about it?
I think we should all know that it's not complicated as it looks. It just requires intentionality, but it's not complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay, that's nice. And one word that describes your current season.
growth,
Growth.
growth, yeah.
I like that. So Mami Cyber is telling us that she's still growing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is the last question that we close. Someone's
Okay.
listening to this right now. Maybe they are navigating tech for the first time. Maybe they are in the middle of a really hard season of life. Maybe both. What's the one thing you want them to walk away with?
This one is for motivational speakers. Access you TikTok influencers. But let
Why
me
don't you
try.
don't you feel you can motivate someone? Already you're in the space. You're not
Oh,
small.
let's see if I can pass for that. If I'm able to pass for that, then you see me soon on TikTok. Motivational speaking.
Aish. Aish.
Okay, so if you are listening to me right now and you feel a bit lost, okay, it can be tech stuff, your career, or just life in general. You should know this that you don't need to have everything figured out to take your next step. Honestly, a lot of us, like I mentioned initially, that a lot of us are quietly trying to make sense of things as we go because every day brings a new thing. We learn as we go, we figure out things as we go, and that is very okay. That is so okay. Progress isn't usually perfect, or is not so loud. I believe that progress is small, it's consistent decisions that you keep making even on the days that you are not very very sure of yourself. So I would say that you start where you are, you learn one thing, change one habit, protect like a part of your life better than you did yesterday. So if today I'll lock my phone, the next day I'll lock my phone, lock my laptop, lock my house, lock my something. Just do it better than you did yesterday. Because the truth is, whatever you are building, your career, your identity, your digital life, they all matter. To be very honest, if you're not able to manage all of that, you might lack in one of them. It all deserves the care that it needs. And like we mentioned earlier, your digital life is like your home, not the one people sorry, not the one that people see, right? But
Yeah.
these ones, they hold your conversations, your work, your access to opportunities. Like I mentioned earlier, right now, the internet is our world. The digital, right now, we are in the digital world. We do everything over there. We have conversations, we work remotely, we have access to opportunities over there, we find entertainment, we have motivation, we find almost everything over there, right? So we should protect them and make sure that not everyone have a free pass into that space. To cut it very short, let's be intentional, let's be aware, and most importantly, don't shrink back from learning how to protect yourself or what is yours, right?
Yeah.
And then one thing we should know is that, and it's something that I learned the hard way. It's something that I learned the hard way that not every opportunity is for you, and that is very okay. Sometimes there are opportunities that come up that you would really, really, really want to explore. You would really want to get into it and give it your best. But like I said, not every opportunity is for you. And that's just it. It's okay. It's fine. Take it a step at a time. And we'll get there by the grace of God. We get there.
Amen.
So let's take it and see what we can do with it.
That was
Yeah.
nice. That was a beautiful motivation. So, guys, that was Pauline. And if I had to distill everything into one idea, security isn't just a technical problem, it's a human one. Your awareness matters, your confidence matters, and you also matter. So, you can find Pauline on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as Akosia Frimpomwa Boache and LinkedIn as Pauline Frimpomwa Boache. All links to our social media in the description. And if this episode meant something to you, share it with someone who needs it. And I'll be back with with another. And before I go, I just want to give shout outs to one of my friends' business. I think every episode I'll give a shout out to one of my friends' business. So today's episode shout out goes to Cravings, and it's because you deserve a treat. So Cravings is a new brand on the market. They do oatmeal and granola, so cookies and granola. One pack is just 20. It's very affordable. I'll put their numbers in the description as well, and they have a WhatsApp page where they give out information where you can find or how you can order some packs of Cravings. So Pauline, thank you very much for your time. And guys, this was Chale. Make we vibe. Catch you in the next